Welcome to Around Town, the show where we bring you closer to the people that are shaping our communities today.
Today's episode, we're going to feature Renita Yoder, owner and operator of the Red Hen. And I'll be honest, I'm really excited about this because we get to share with you some of the things we love about Red Hen and how Renita got to our hearts via her food. So sit back, relax. I'm going to enjoy a little bit of her food while we talk to her this afternoon. So Renita, you told me once that you dreamed of opening a cafe since you were 16. Do you remember when that seed was planted and why you wanted to do what you do?
I just always thought it would be interesting to do something like that. I have been in the food industry all my life. My mom and dad did catering, and there was just food all the time, good food. Farmer's Table was a restaurant where the Richwood Bank is now, and the two ladies that owned it we had so much fun there. We would do things after work. We were open till 8 o'clock, but we'd still go out and have a good ball that evening yet after work. And then it was like, that would be fun to have a place like that, to have do something that you can actually enjoy with the employees away from the restaurant. And so that was the first of that. And then I went to Der Dutchman and worked there, and was in management some too, and kind of got a feel of how that would be, thinking, I think I could do this. That is a lot of work, more than I realized. But that dream has come to fruition, and it is.
So you spent 25 years, right, at Der Dutchman?
I did.
You learned a lot there. So what are the big lessons, or what's a lesson, something that you take from Der Dutchman that you've carried forward here at Red Hen?
So the manager was always out with customers, and he would always check on his employees and see how they were doing, things that were needed or anything like that. Very hands-on, and customers loved it and the employees loved it.
Genuine care.
Yes, absolutely.
So rare, yeah.
It is.
And you get repeat customers when you do that.
Yeah.
Because they love to see that.
That's one of the things, Renita, when I first came here, I'll tell you a little bit of a backstory.
Sure.
I grew up in a little town in Kentucky called LaGrange, and in the middle of town, there's this railroad track. It literally runs right through the center of town, and everybody kind of knows everybody, and there was a little cafe there called the Red Pepper Cafe, and it was the same thing. Like the owner, you'd always see your neighbors in there, in and out. They were only open for lunch. And the first time that Nathan asked me to come here, I remember seeing you go around and talk to all your guests, and that was so unique because you just don't see that very much. And it was one of the things that drew me the most. Here I could see you were genuinely happy about talking to people, and they couldn't wait to talk to you. And I think that's one of the things that makes it so special here.
Well, and I think, that Yoshi and I came out of this industry. It took me back to, I had a boss / mentor back in the day at Bonefish, a gentleman by the name of Charlie Gaston. And he said, my job was to be out working the dining room, not anywhere else, taking care of the guests and taking care of the staff. And to what Yoshi said, when we came in here, it was that. More importantly for me, it was a sense of home.
Yeah.
You stole my heart through your food. You still do that, and I love that. Yeah, as you clearly see, and I think that's an amazing one.
Renita, can you talk about your name, not your personal name, but the Red Hen? Yeah, tell me the story about how you came up with it. Where was it inspired from?
Well, my son and I were saying some names, and I wanted something that was very common and yet unique. And he came up with the Red Hen. And I was like, at first I was like, And then the more I thought about it, the more I was like, you know what? That sounds like perfect name for that. So that was the start of that. And then in the Bible, it says how a hen gathers her chicks. And that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted a gathering place here for customers to feel at home. Exactly what Nate experienced coming in.
That's amazing.
It makes me think, Renita, I had a former boss in the restaurant business. He would ask people, what business are you in? And they would say the restaurant business. And he would say, you're wrong. He'd say, you're in the repeat business. And so when I think of that, I think about even my own journey here in Yoshi. I mean, people joke, do you support payroll? Yes, we do. But we don't question where we go. And even when we do, then you get redirected. And I'll be 100% transparent. Today, Yoshi's like, we got to eat before we go talk to Renita. I was like, you want to grab a quick sandwich or something, Jersey Mike's? He's like, no, we're going to Red Hen. Yeah, sorry, I don't know. And I was like, he quickly reminded me, hey, that's a stupid thought almost, right? Yeah. We're going to Red Hen. It's an automatic, right? And you know, and I love, it feels like family. It feels like home. And I think that's very hard for people to convey. I think too, though, that customers may misunderstand what it actually is like running a cafe. So what is something that you think that people think or is misunderstood about running a cafe that you wish you could tell them?
Well, I think a lot of people think they come in, they see it's busy, and they think, you know, okay, all they see is money, which it takes a lot to run a business. Not only in the money part, but also like create our recipes that it works for us here. We have a stash of recipes at home from growing up that we have used here. And we just want to make sure it works okay, that all, like we need to train them that everything comes out the same way. And I have excellent staff. I've got to do a shout out for the staff. They are awesome. But it does take a lot of get and go to get there, you know, to get to where dishes come out nice, hot, and then we can be consistent all around.
Renita, I think it's so fascinating because, like Nathan said, when we were in the restaurant industry, one of the toughest things I see today is consistency. The thing that's, and I hate to say this, but the thing that's great about McDonald's is you just know what to expect, no matter where you go. You can go, you see the golden arches, you kind of know what you're getting. But that's what I love about this place too, is I know exactly what I'm getting. Even if I have never had the menu item before, I have my favorites, but I know it's going to be consistent and it's going to be good. And you recently opened a second location, right?
Yes, we did.
So tell us about that one.
Okay, so that place is we were so full back here, tight, small spaces to work, that we were like to really be efficient with the food and the bakery, if we could get another place for it. And we did. And we've been able to expand that bakery menu too. And actually, secret, we're getting sandwiches, like hot to-go sandwiches.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, dry, yeah.
Just like,
You imagine if I can come grab the Philly and walk out the door? I'm not going to lose weight. This is not good for me, but that's awesome to hear.
but we will be adding more menus as we have the staff and ability to add more things to it. The items down at the Express, I mean, we just started. So you got to keep going and see what's going to be new. Yeah. Because we are definitely utilizing that space, and it's worked out really great.
That's great.
Really good.
Renita, I'm going to ask a question I think I know the answer to, but your recipes, I mean, again, I know they're made with love, but they're family recipes. These are recipes I think it's safe to assume that you grew up with, that is a generational thing, or that your mother taught you to make, because again, I mean, we joke that the raspberry rolls are crack, but like I can't not eat one. I don't actually have any self-control when it comes to that, or even, you know, the maple glazed donut, right? Is this all family stuff? Is that why I feel the love in the cooking?
Yes.
That's the best answer.
Tell us about this dish, or any of these dishes, Renita, but this one in particular is your most popular dish, right? This is the nest. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us about it?
So this would be something that we would often have been served at home. Anytime there was an event that we'd have company or more people than just our family, my mom would fix something like this. Very, very typical. Okay. Hash browns, sausage, eggs, cheese, and then a gravy over it. That is just, and of course the homemade biscuit.
Yeah, biscuits are unbelievable. And then you got the
and the jelly. Mom would make that. Yeah,
it's so special.
You know, and for me, again, I grew up on a farm in Georgia. My grandparents made a lot of what we ate. It came off the farm. We did things a little different. We had some very similar, but we would take our grits, our bacon, and our eggs and mix them all together. My grandfather's philosophy was it's all going to the same place, so why not? But again, this transports me. And it takes me back to a memory that I could tear up, because it takes me back into that time and space for me that I have so many amazing memories. And so I just want to tell you that I feel like you do magic.
Guess what, Nate? You can get this dish with grits on the bottom instead of hash browns. There you have it.
It's going to be angry now because
He's a marketing guru.
yes, right. But but look, how great is that, right? We talk about Cameron Mitchell. He has a great book called "Yes is the Answer, What is the Question?" But that's it right there. It was, I can make it I will do that, right? I mean, I think of one time I was in here eating lunch and again, shared communal space. I love that sense of community. And we were talking with a group of ladies and we said, where are y'all from? They said, Pickerington. And I thought, you heard about the Red Hen. And I mean, that's what, 45, 50 minutes? And they drove here to have breakfast. And I thought, wow, that's powerful. So I just find that really unique and cool. Now, I always like to ask people, I feel like it's almost a silly question, but I think you can dive into the sense of community that we talk about in Plain City. I always like to ask people, why Plain City? Well, you're a Plain City native.
I've been here ever since I've been born. Yeah, I've been here 60 years, just about. I grew up in Plain City, so Plain City is my community. And I just love how we all come together, especially when there's a need. It just seems the community gets drawn together. And just even another space here for people to get together. That's another reason I wanted to create something like this. I love how it brings community. It just brings them together.
I think that's a unique choice of words. I'm often asked, do you get paid extra to sell something in Plain City? No, but I use the word community because I think it means a lot. You have neighborhoods, but then you have community.
Yeah.
And I think community is an elevated thing that while we may have our differences, we do it, just like you said, in a time of need, we are very supportive of each other. And I think that's really important. And it's really unique to have, I think, Yoshi, right, in an environment. Today we had lunch here, right? It was busy. We had two women sitting over there with 2 available spots. And we said, ladies, do you mind if we join? Nope. But you sit down. It almost forces you to converse with others or at least get to know people. And I've seen that through our own experiences, right? Like when we come in here and, you sit down and it's, well, who are you?
That's how my mom and dad. There's people that come in Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and they were in today because today was Wednesday, and they have just through coming in and sitting with people. They make sure they're always here at the same time because of that, and so they're always open to others joining the table or getting to know others too.
The mission accomplished, right? You talk about a gathering place, and
yes.
I ran into Jamie Prather. Is that Jamie's? That's it. But Theron, Sergeant here in Plain City. But Sawyer's their son, and I saw them on Friday eating here. She goes, "Yeah, we do this every Friday together." Yeah. And I was just, again, that sense of community. That's cool.
Renita, you gave us a quote, and I'm going to read the quote. And it said, "No day is ever the same, so I won't have another one exactly like today." How has that mindset helped you through unpredictable parts of your business?
There's been days when somebody says, "Hey, the internet's down," or "the phones aren't working," and then at the end of the day, you look back and you're like, as hard as that might have been to get through and fix that problem, I will never have the same issues exactly the same way.
Keeps it shaken up, right? That's what we like.
Well, it's a mindset, right?
Yeah,
It is literally mindset. You could
get through that time of when you're drawn from what am I going to do here to, we'll get through that.
Your team and how supportive they are, and you gave a lot of credibility to the team, but there's no doubt that they learn it from somebody. And I have seen this place wall to wall. I mean, it's crazy, right? Like today we were sitting over here at this table and Nathan said, "I'm going to wait to get my 614 suite." And I said, "You better not wait too long." And then sure enough, the line filled right back up. But I've never seen you frazzled in the dining room, no matter what's going on. And I think you compose yourself really well, and your team really admires you for that too.
So that leads me to a question. We talk a lot about Renita in the restaurant. You've got some children, all boys. Yeah. But what does Renita do for Renita when she's not here at the restaurant taking care of her community? What does Renita do for Renita?
Well, top of the list would be travel. I want to travel. which we did. We took a 9-day break.
Just recently did.
And it just felt so good that I was able to, I have good staff. I know I do. Those 9 days, they didn't call, they didn't text. I didn't have to worry a thing about it. So it is back to the staff, though. I have a shout out for them. They are amazing. Amazing.
That's great.
They got my back. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And that's fair to say too, Yoshi. That's a direct reflection upon Renita's care, compassion, leadership.
Yeah.
100%, right? Like, undoubtedly.
But just every day, like day to day, I don't do much when I'm at home. Sometimes you'd think I'd be tired of the kitchen, but I find myself cooking and baking something.
Probably creating,
Yeah.
getting ideas.
I'm not mad about that. If she brings it here to the restaurant, nobody's going to be mad, right?
Right.
For those that are unfamiliar of where Red Hen's located, Renita, how can they find you?
Find on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and they also have a website, and that is all under the redhen.cafe.
Okay, great. And what's the address location here?
542 West Main Street.
Here in Plain City. That's right.
Right at the 42-161 corner.
Right. And your business hours are?
6:30 to 2:30 Monday through Saturday.
Monday through Saturday.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode. I know we sure did, and Nathan definitely did. Nathan, got any thoughts?
I've got a maple glazed donut to eat. There's a Philly cheesesteak here and that. Can we have like 4 lunches today? I am really thankful you got to come join us today. I hope you see and hear why we love Red Hen, Renita, and her staff so much. Please come check them out. We'd love for you to get in here, experience the same things we had. And when you're in here, do us a favor. Say hi to Renita. You will see her in this dining room. Have a great day. We'll see you at the next episode. Bye.